3 of this video, the final part. I'm going to pause a bit more in this last part of the video for hopefully I can create some more action. 10 king here in the cutoff, 10 king suited. This guy, I think he's playing fairly weak tight, so I'm going to go ahead and pop this up 4x. This guy doesn't seem to be defending too much at a position, so I thought he's limping a lot weak. He's playing fairly weak loose, limping, a lot of limping, which is generally not a profitable thing to do. But I'm not going to get too fancy against these players. I think just a straight up solid game against most of this table will probably show a profit long term. So I'm just going to play a straight up solid game and see what happens. Against certain players I'm going to play a little more tricky. Players I know that will try to take pots away and things like that. So I'll resume, hopefully get some action. Got ace king offsuit here in the big blind. This guy's limping from the small blind. I'm going to go ahead and pop this 4x. Gabriel's probably going to call. Oh, he re-raised. He hasn't done that. He limped under the gun and re-raised. I haven't seen him do that yet, so I really don't know what to make of this. I don't think I can fold this hand just by the showdowns and things that he's had. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a flop with this. And I missed completely. I would say he's got something like a middle pair, 7s, 8s, something in that range. Can't see him limping a big pair here. So I'm just going to go ahead and check it to him. Probably have to check fold, because I do think I'm behind. He hasn't done that yet. Yeah, I'm just going to fold this out. Take a note of that. Limping under the gun. He's probably limping with some big hands. Not real monster hands, but I think mid pairs. Could have possibly had a ace face, ace queen, ace jack. But I think I was behind. But I think I definitely had to take a flop there. Let's see. Small blind. I just raised last hand. I think I'm just going to complete here with the 10 jack. Take a flop with it, and we miss. So I'm just gonna kind of play in a weak tight style against these guys with hands like this, because in unraised pots they're willing to go broke. So I'm not gonna really raise it. I'm not really gonna play at them too hard until I have a made hand. It's been a pretty much break-even session so far. Not very much fun to watch, I'm sure, but hopefully soon here we'll get something going. I'm just going to take a note on his under the gun limp there. Under the gun limp, re-raise. And put a question mark beside that because I really don't know what that means. I'm just going to fold this a little too thin. I got ace jack here under the gun. I'm just going to raise it 4 times the big blind, and probably gonna get action from someone. This guy or this guy. Happy Joy or Henrik. Happy Joy really likes to defend his big blinds. That's a really good flop for me. I'm gonna get a little trappy with this guy since there's such a big flop and I have a big draw. Okay, that's a good card for me as well. Smooth call or make a kind of a weak looking raise. Request time and just make a weak raise. I think he's gonna be. I thought he might be willing to stack off here, but maybe not. I'm just gonna make a. I'm gonna put him all in. See if he wants to play it. He could have been on clubs as well. I think if he's got a 7, he's probably gonna call. And we finally got a hand to trap him with. So that was the desired result. I'm going to go back and look and see what he had in a few seconds here. I'm going to raise Gab tilt 4x from the small blind. And he folds. So I'm just going to go back and see what he had. I thought a trappy style might work against that player. He He had queens. Really didn't think he was that strong. He's been re-raising those hands almost every time. Got lucky and flopped an ace, and when the other ace came, I guess he just couldn't put me on an ace. So I've had to bet that out on a flop. I think he's folding. So the trappy style worked against him as I thought it would. So I think that's probably how I'm going to play players like him. When I have really big hands, is try and trap him. It's actually the first decent hand I've had since I've been playing at this table. Might be a little up, but nothing major. Go ahead and check this 9-7 in big blind. It's a pretty good hand to take a flop with. That's a pretty good board to make a bet at, but I don't like the jack. I know he probably doesn't have an ace, but I mean he could be limping a hand like queen jack, 10 jack, things like that. That's a pretty good card for me. I'm gonna go ahead and bet this 75. He's calling. You might have picked up the heart draw, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and check this. If he bets, I don't really know what we're gonna do because he hasn't been value betting the river a lot. He either had busted hearts. He might even have. I don't think he has an ace here. He might. I think he might have rivered a 10 with the 10 of hearts. I'm just gonna call this because it's such a small bet for information. Okay, he had a jack. That's the card I was more scared of than the ace. I can't see him really limping an ace on the button there. So that's a good thing to know about this guy. I'm gonna make a note on him soon. This guy's been a fairly solid player, so I'm gonna go ahead and 3-bet him with the jacks. Find out where I stand. He calls. That's a really bad flop. Can't see him not having an ace here. He could have a hand with a fairly high club in it, so I'm just going to check to him. It's kind of hard for me to represent a club, because if I had a high club, I'd probably bet the flop. So I'm going to go ahead and check this again. Probably going to have to give this hand up. I'm just going to check it down. I really can't represent a club. I mean, I think if I had a high club, he's going to expect me to bet that flop. He's betting 5. I think I'm just going to give this up. Just a bad board for jacks, and it's getting some really solid players, so there's not much we can do about that. We'll just fold it. I think I'm going to play one more hand and wrap this video up. I think I had a bit of break-even session. Not really sure. I'd like to have some feedback. See what you guys think of how I played this session. Just want to analyze my game and try to pick up on some major leaks I might have. So I might play one more orbit and call this a session. Just going to pause for time restraints. I think I'm going to go ahead and play this button, maybe the cutoff, and wrap this video up. I just had a hand with this guy. I didn't record it. I had 8-5 of hearts in a big blind, and he limped. I just checked it down, and the board came deuce 4, 8 with 1 heart. And I bet pot. He called, and the turn came another 4. It was 4 hearts. I bet again, pot. He called fairly quick, and the river was another 4. So I had the top full house of the board, and he showed jacks, so I lost that pot. I think then about $11 for this session. I'd appreciate some feedback. I'm going to wrap this up now. Just let me know what you think. Thanks. This is Extreme Tilt.